welcome back. So a couple of weeks ago I did a little bit of a joke review. It wasn't really a review, it was just I was having a bit of a laugh. So of MusclePharm's Wreckage Pre-workout. Now since then I've got quite a few people asking me, no, what is it really like, and can you give us a full and proper review? So that's what we've got here today. I'm actually going to be a little bit more serious. I know it doesn't really suit me, but anyway. So I've used this for a couple of weeks now. Find it really good. We'll go through first what's actually in it and the benefits of that. There are some negatives that I will touch on as well. I will put the link for this down the bottom. I do get a small bit of commission from it, but as you'll see through this review, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything like that. There's some great factors with this. There are a couple of factors that you need to be aware of that mean it might not be suitable for you, so make sure and stay watching. So MusclePharm have really formulated this for elite athletes. That's the line they're taking. However, they have stuck with sort of pushing it towards those high level athletes. I think this is definitely a mistake, because this is a very useful supplement for most people that are going to the gym. Now, if you are just looking for a bit of an energy boost going to the gym, that not that you're going through the motions, but that you're not sort of going flat out, you're not pushing yourself right to the max, this might not be for you. This is a very hardcore pre-workout supplement. So if it's just an energy boost, I would look somewhere else. This probably is a bit overkill for you. However, if you do push yourself right to the limit and you are dealing with sort of heavier weights and pushing those numbers up, then this possibly is the supplement for you. So let's hit energy wise first. You've got 300 milligrams of caffeine in each serving, which is not hugely high. You sort of go, well, that's sort of standard. However, it also has 300 milligrams of neurofactor, which is basically Arabic coffee. So in total, you've got 600 milligrams of caffeine getting pumped into your system, which is brilliant. It will give you a huge boost. However, it can be too much for some people. That is a lot of caffeine, especially if you're not used to it. It can take its toll, and it can be quite difficult for the digestive system to deal with that sort of a hit of caffeine. I don't drink coffee normally. This is probably the only caffeine that I get, and it's had no problem on me. I get huge energy from it, absolutely love it. But just so you're aware, that is something to keep in mind. The formula for this pre-workout, it's designed to do a couple of things. So it gives you a huge boost of energy, which yes, a lot of pre-workouts will do. I would argue that this is one of the better ones for it. The next one up is it's designed to give you a really good pump. So for anybody that doesn't know, when you go into the gym, you might go, oh yeah, looking grand, ready for this. Then you'll do a bicep workout. And suddenly after that workout, you're going, my arms, I look like Thor in the mirror. The reason being is that the body is pushing a load of fresh blood into those muscles that you have worked, which obviously pumps them up. Now, one of the catalysts for this is your nitric oxide levels within the body. Now, in this pre-workout, there are 3 different ingredients that are causing a higher level of nitric oxide, which is increasing that pump. You've got the most common, which is L-citrulline, then you've got estrogen, and you also have green tea extract. So there is a huge emphasis on gaining that pump with this pre-workout. And thirdly, you have ingredients in here that are going to delay the onset of lactic acid, so lactic acid building up in those muscles, so it will allow you to train harder and train longer. Finally, you've got the ingredients that are pushed towards keeping focus during your workout. Put simply, everything they're saying that this pre-workout should do, they have the ingredients to back that up. And I'll be honest, from my experience with this pre-workout, it definitely does. All of the boxes are ticked. It is really good. It does keep you hugely focused. It definitely gives you the burst of energy. 600 milligrams of caffeine is definitely going to do that for you. There's no avoiding it. And I've definitely noticed the pump more than some of the other ones that I've used. For instance, I would stack this up against C4, which is probably, it's in most people's top 3 pre-workouts. I believe this is better by far. And one thing to keep in mind that is very important for anyone at that elite level or anyone competing, this contains no banned substances. Now, a lot of people don't think about this when they're buying pre-workout. They just go, oh, it's on the shelf, it's legal, it's fine, I can buy it. However, some of them do have banned substances in it. So let's move on to the cons. Because there are a couple, you're never really going to get a product that is 100% perfect. So I want you to be fully aware of everything with this. There is no creatine in this pre-workout, which is a little bit strange. Most pre-workouts will have a small amount of creatine. There's an argument for saying that most of them will just put in the small bit of creatine so they can write it on the outside of the container and say, oh well, there's creatine included in this. It's usually maybe 0.5 of a gram of creatine. Most people that would be at the level where they're using this are probably taking a creatine supplement anyway, and you would maximum you're going to want 5 grams of creatine a day. Most people will take that as a separate supplement. So it's not a huge deal, but it is something to be aware of, especially if you're looking at it going, oh, it's strange that there is none in it. The next negative is that they're quite large servings, 14 grams, and there's 25 servings in a container, which is sort of, the normal might be 25 to 30 servings, so it is on that lower side, which ends up meaning that the price point per serving is a little bit higher. Now, like I said, they have targeted this towards elite athletes. It is a very, very comprehensive and really good quality pre-workout, which is why you get the higher price point. It's not drastically higher, but if you're using this every day or every training session, you will notice a little bit of an increase in your outgoings. Saying that, you get what you pay for. And I definitely think this is worth the extra little bit. You can go with cheaper pre-workouts, you're not going to get the same actual benefit from it. I would rather pay an extra 5 cents or whatever it is per serving and get the proper effect from it rather than go with the cheaper option. However, saying that, it all depends on budget for each person out there, and it depends on what you're actually doing. Like I said, and this is the next con, there's a huge amount of caffeine in this. If you're just looking for that little bit of an extra energy boost, this is overkill. I'll just say it straight out, don't buy it, because it's going to be way too much for you. You're not going to use basically the energy that this provides, and then afterwards you're going to start, suffering. You're going to have a huge energy boost. You're still going to be buzzing after the gym. You're not going to have used the energy that you've got from this, and yeah, it's a bit wasted. Lastly, I would go to what I said in my last video, where I have found that this is fantastic for 1 to 2 hours of training. Once you get to 2 hours, or for me anyway, and I do train pretty hard, it's all heavier weights and it's tough on the central nervous system, but when I was on some other pre-workouts, I wouldn't get as good of a hit in that first couple of hours, however it would last longer. With this guy, when I get to that 2 hours, I really start to feel the come down from it. So I either need to take another hit of it, or I need to take something else to give me a bit more energy. I usually end up taking energy gels just to bring that energy level back up. However, it is just important for you to know that you possibly, if you are doing over 2 hours training, you might need something else to supplement that. You probably don't want to take a second hit of this, because that's just definitely overkill, but keep it in mind. Saying that, there's not a huge amount of people out there that will be doing beyond 2 hours, especially heavy training. It's an hour and a half to 2 hours generally is the sweet spot for most. I would say you're probably, if I had to rate this out of 10, you can somewhere at 8.5 to 9. It's really good pre-workout, and I definitely would say try it. Give it a go. If you get as much of a hit from it as I do, you'll probably keep taking it. However, some pre-workouts will work for some people, they won't work for others. So I'm going to put the link up below. I know from speaking to a few people that have followed my last video that it can be tricky to get over in the US. Very easy for some reason to get over here in Europe and the UK. But I will put the link up and hopefully it'll be available when you click. So I hope this helped. Give it a try. I'd love to hear in your comments below how you get on with this, because it really has worked wonders for me. I'm hoping it does the same for yourself. It will actually help you push those numbers up, 100%. It will give you that extra little bit of energy, that extra focus and extra intensity to push through and possibly push those numbers up. So thanks for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Thank you for everyone that has. I've seen so many new people joining my YouTube family, and it's amazing to see, so thank you. And I'll see you in the next one.